5 a.m. and what I'm capturing still images of are literally demons that are just marching one after another for purposes of crossing path, and it's based on where I'm parked. So I'm here. You'll see me taking pictures. Well, you'll see the images. Everything's uploaded to the Google Drive. And so while I'm parked in front, this is where the fake sun is. Right over my car. I went to Target. It was right over my head at Target, en route the entire drive back to this venue where I'm at, TOWNEPLACE Suites. The entity stalking the entire time. I'm at Huntington and Mountain. The fake sun is seen through the windshield of a demon that's in right behind me at the intersection. Group stalking by a population. All right, the entity's keeping the fake sun over the Target at 9 in the morning. I was at that same Target at 1 in the afternoon the other day, and it was right over my head in the same manner. Closer to the Target, literally the emblem that I am, the closer the fake sun is. The entity is keeping that light source, which is not the sun. Doing so while an entity is engaging in what is criminal presence, right? Like I said, the closer I am to the entrance, the fake sun moves as I move. So what I want to show you right here are the demons that are one after another going to this car, then going to this car. This is what they're doing at the parking lot across the street. The lawnmower is audible activity. The maintenance of what are actually demons that are acting in sync with each other. And they're doing so with real-time knowledge. And this is the reality. What is like revolutionary to you is that you are thinking that this is just randomness. People just happen to be driving on the street. These are actually demons, and they're monitoring. Monitoring is that which it's the activity that's created based on what you do, where you're at, where you do it, and as you do it. Okay, I'm taking pictures of the fake sun. This family of demons cross path, them with their kids, demon one after another crossing path. That's legally relevant. They're also on the surveillance cameras inside of the venue. Group stalking, engaging in criminal surveillance, and you're using minor children to do so, and they're monitoring me as they walk to their vehicle. And then I'm showing you the next pack of demons. They walk right out, they're crossing path, and you know that this is nothing other than demonic activity because the light source is right over me, and they do so. They start this one demon after another, and they can do the same thing behind me. They can do the same thing across the street. I'm just showing you the pattern in the specific environment. What I want to point out is the fact that this fake sun is right here on this side of the building. This is where I'm standing at 6:22 in the evening on the 22nd. So let's just review that. The fake sun is on this same side of the building where you're looking at the object itself. This is the same parking lot where I'm at right now. This is captured on the 23rd, at 6:26 in the afternoon. This is where the fake sun is located, and this is where the entity is group stalking. The people of the state are ordinarily, regularly engaging minor children in what are very serious sex offenses, various serious criminal acts for a government. For a government. You will lose your children. You want to use them engaging in sexual violence for the state? Just like you wouldn't include them in any threesome that you're engaged. You like to make pornography. You like to put it on the internet. You like to engage in prostitution. You like to include children in that. You like to lose your children. Okay, you're not going to include them in any sex offense, including federal group stalking and monitoring. The entity is doing so regularly as they are maliciously acting with the government, and they're doing so while I'm showing you the clowns that they are in an entirely unnatural environment. This is the same parking lot side. I'm on the same side of the parking lot, and this is at 6:26 p.m. Remember what the entity is doing as I'm capturing. Literally, again, the fake sun moves as I move. So at this point in the day, remember the entity is keeping the fake sun in alignment with my face on one side of my person, top of my head for the duration of the day, and then the opposite side of my person, essentially in alignment with my face. As it's moving over my person from one side of my person to the opposite side of my person for the duration of the day. So while I walk to this side of the building where I'm at right now, the fake sun moves farther and farther as I walk. These are demons crossing paths with me, one after another, in engineer light under a fake sun that continuously moves to stay in front of me in alignment. And you know that that's the case because the sun would not be present from 8 o'clock. I captured the light source at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, this is 6 o'clock in the evening. That's not the sun. This is nothing other than showing you the bare bones evidence of what the entity does not want you to know. First of all, that they're stalkers. Second of all, that they're demon possessed. And that they're acting pursuant to corporate knowledge of everything that I do, including on communication devices, which is the knowledge of demons, by the way. All right? Demons that do not have genuine car accidents as though they're ignorant about each other's presence or what they're doing. This is the grounds of revealing a lot of aspects of fraud in the United States, by the way. And life insurance policies and whatnot. So just want to point that out. You're dealing with the demon possessed, very, very malicious, and it includes the government. The government's aware. I'm showing you what is public corruption. Another aspect to understand and recognize many of the means of public corruption in the state. So the entity is engaging in, and this is just based on what you're aware of now. These are demons. There's no ignorance. You know exactly what somebody's doing, where they're at, even when you're not next to me. You don't even have to be looking at me. Those demons are on assignment waiting to arrive to create an activity, to create activity creation. So I want you to look at this. This is 6:26 in the afternoon in the same parking lot where I'm at right now at 9 in the morning. And the entity is maintaining this light source. These demons' license plates I've already documented. They're not doing anything other than engaging in criminal surveillance. That's it. And if you like to engage in that, if you like to go to federal prison, okay, then perhaps many that are of this condition, they don't have, or they feel as though they don't have much to live for, contrary to what they may exude. They may drive and what would be considered not very much impresses me. Let's say a Porsche, a Maserati, or whatever you consider to be whatever. Say they drive a Maserati, a Corvette or something, or they've got a name that's of some brand, some grade of celebrity. Let me tell you something about a group stalker, a demon possessed person. There is nothing that would make them like themselves. They can have children, they can have a spouse, they can have everything that you would consider to be the perfect life, and they're miserable. They're miserable. This is how Satan is able to latch himself onto such a soul, by the way. Somebody that does not know Christ. First of all, you don't have a defense. If you are not sealed by the Holy Spirit, you don't have a defense. You don't have protection against Satan, okay? This is the work of Satan. The elements of monitoring it's demonic activity. The ability to follow with simultaneity with audible activity creation. That activity is also amplified, and it's occurring in whatever method. The demon's in a helicopter, the demon's driving a car, the demon's walking in their hotel room, whatever it is, it's amplified and it's occurring with simultaneity. That's demonic. It's monitoring behavior. Only demons monitor. Understand that. It's not the behavior of a human being that's having a bad day. Okay? It's demonic behavior. The entity does so in a very specific environment. The entity is doing so while I'm in this specific environment. And I want to remind you, this is what I wanted you to see. This is where I'm standing outside right now. You're seeing the fake sun. This is at 6:39 p.m. So give me a second. Let me just give you an ability to see the big picture again. Let me get the screen together so that you can see this. All right. So just give me 1 second. Let me get this together for you right now so you can see. This is the side of the building where I'm at right now. I took this picture at 10 o'clock in the morning. I am, what you see on the bottom, I'm standing outside. Where you see it on the inside, I'm standing inside and I'm facing this parking lot where I'm standing right now. You understand? So basically I'm inside of the hotel, facing the parking lot, and above I'm standing inside facing this same side of the parking lot, if that makes sense to you. And you're looking at the maintenance of a light source. You're looking at the duration of time. That's non-movement. It's a scientific impossibility. You also know the scientific impossibility exists in the engineered light behavior. And then you have what is psychopaths, delusional ones, by the way, who look to the left and the right like anybody has forgotten about this circus environment while they're eating, while they're ringing someone up at a register, while they're holding the hands of children, while they're stuffing their face with food, okay, while they're singing karaoke, while they're checking into a hotel. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Mowing the grass, calling yourself a coworker for speaker companies, at the rental office. Okay, it's the same pattern of conduct. No one has forgotten the unnatural environment. I know your condition, and I know the conduct that you seek to maliciously engage in while seeking to torment me secretly, while I have no one to report it to, in order to psychologically torture, to harass, to terrorize, to frighten, to threaten my life and safety and well-being. That's the reason why you engage in that, and it is out of the pit of hell. The plot, the behavior, and the engagement in the very elements. And the entity does so in venues such as this. You have what is capturing this same location inside of the hotel. I'm showing you the light source, and this is again at 6:39 p.m. I'm standing outside. This is where the demons are walking to their car one after another. They're demons that are pacing me, and they have the nerve to hold the hands of children while they do so. Satan wants to appear compassionate. Satan wants to appear disinterested. Satan wants to appear to be doing something that's quote unquote more important than you, okay? While Satan is in every regard obsessed with you. And do not ask me. There is nothing that would take or distract my attention away from my children or my spouse. This is not the case with the demon possessed. They are not consumed with what they should be, with their own business. Even the operation of an establishment, the business, everything is centered on what the target individual does. And you know this through the maintenance of the unnatural environment and the stalking conduct of the state directly. So you are never deceived by what you're looking at. Actually, you know exactly what you're looking at. You're looking at many iterations of the same exact pattern of conduct, the maintenance of the elements, the practice of demonic activity, serving to monitor one person that is targeted through the most malicious method, through what is supposed to be so-called free society in California. Okay, and let me be clear. Let me reiterate what California is doing. I'm gonna tell you right now, the rest of the country is doing it. Okay, what California is being exposed for, this is what is going on in the country. And it's of the demonic, it is satanic. And it's also revealing what is very disturbing. You actually have what are not priority, which should be your minor children. You use them to hide behind while you target others. Sexually violent, terrorizing, psychotic, obsessive methods of stalking someone and wanting to hide behind that criminal engagement by appearing some way. This is why you should not be superficial, by the way. You can never judge a book by its cover. Okay, and Exhibit A is targeting someone who you thought would never be able to enforce their rights or defend themselves. That's what I represent. And I'm advocating on behalf of the ordinary target individual who is reasonably fearful for their life, their physical safety, their overall well-being, their liberty. To engage in terrorizing an American citizen is to conspire against their life. There's no other reason why you would do that. There is no legitimate purpose. There is no other reason to do it. And this is exactly what has happened to many that preceded me, and they never got to have their voice heard. Nobody ever knows what happened. And this is what's going on in the country. And they're going about right now making hundreds of thousands of dollars, heads of corporations, heads of businesses, sitting on a board of directors, calling themselves mayors and governors, okay? Calling themselves council members, sitting at the city hall. They're attorneys and judges, and they sacrifice people. And it's demonic. All right, the entity is engaging in this as a society and showing you the specific environment. This is where I'm standing right now. That would never, and that is never going to be reconciled or established as a natural environment. And it is demonic. As I captured what the entity is doing, that's terrorism. As I'm subject to demons who are constantly pacing around me, as I'm constantly subject to the demons that are pacing around, maintaining the elements of monitoring, and then the demons have the audacity to do it while they know they've been exposed. So you're talking about what's a level of sickness, and then you have a whole other level of sickness because you know that your secret is out. You're looking forward, in fact, to being prosecuted, and yet you proceed. No federal judge is going to miss that. No federal judge is going to overlook that. That is a crucial and integral aspect of the federal prosecution of the state of California. The fact that you acted with impunity from the beginning to the very end, literally until the moment that those demons that are the state of California were dragged into court. And there is no level of numerosity that will have you exempt to what is federal prosecution. All right, this is P.O.C. This is P.O.C. All right, it is currently 10:18 a.m. The demon possessed, there is no exception with regard to your age, your race, your weight, your socioeconomic class. You're looking at all the ways in which the demon possessed are quite pathetic. They're quite pathetic, and they need Jesus. They literally need Jesus. All right, this is P.O.C. It's currently 10:18 a.m.